Hey gang, it's me again. Welcome back to another video. Second video, actually, second. So yeah, I just wanted to say hello, kind of do an update here as to where I'm at, and also show like, hey, we're gonna be having a maintenance here for the Spider-Man, not Homecoming, was it Far From Home movie game update. So that's what's going to be coming out next, and Netmarble has already released patch notes as to what's going to be happening. But because my experience with using video editing software, and I know there's OBS, but I still haven't learned how to use that very well yet, so I think slowly in steps I'll get this worked out better. But yeah, and I feel like, oh man, I gotta get to this as soon as possible before the maintenance window goes up. So yeah, you're looking at that. They're not, Netmarble's really nice with this game where they'll have this maintenance notice. It looks really cool, and it'll just let you know, like, hey man, maintenance is going to start in 2 hours and 10 minutes. So for Central Time, that's 7 p.m. But yeah, so hopefully this will just be a really quick video. I just really wanted to show where I'm at since the last time we spoke. So one of the things that Netmarble had mentioned and had announced is not only is it Spider-Man and Mysterio, update, they're also including level 70 for the Sinister Six, so it's quite a Spider-Man themed update. So there's that, but just out of nowhere they said, hey, guess what? Doctor Strange is going to get his tier 3. Like, holy crap, right? So his tier 3 is going to be, if you remember Avengers, what was it, Endgame? Or is it Infinity War, where Doctor Strange does the multiple arm, like, like Ashura, yes, kind of a thing? And then a bunch of his different, like, copies of himself all come out to try to take down Thanos. Like, that's going to be his tier 3 move. So that's looking really cool. So after seeing that, going to Jean Grey for a bit here. So going with this, right? Let's go to the character gear. So everything's all set there. And you can see that I'm still in the red here. Now, the thing is that I actually got 1,000 of the Titan component packs on the right there, right? But because my accumulation for the cosmic cube fragments on the second slot there, I'm still at 1,500. It's been going really slow. I just thought, well, you know what? So far, my rate of picking these things up has been at about maybe 85 a day or so. I just figured, well, go ahead and use some of this stuff to upgrade Doctor Strange, and then just wait until I actually get the number of cosmic cube fragments. So that's what my strategy is currently right now. So going back to Doctor Strange, so I've been working on upgrading his character gear here. So it was at level 20 for each of these before, and so you can just see here, like, what I mean by this is you go into this normal enhance thing, and so each character has 4 different gears which pertain to his stats, and it'll increase like typical RPG fashion, right? And then in the bottom there you can see the progress meter there. So in order to get Doctor Strange to level 70, get him ready for tier 3, I need to upgrade his gears here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Spent some of my my cosmic cube fragments, my Titan component packs in order to do this. So, I mean, just to show you, it's like, oh, okay, here, this is the way it increases. So you pay money, and it'll go up a certain percentage while using the required amounts of stuff there, resources, and so on and so forth. And so you want to get it to 100% of the meter, and it will go up. So that one is pretty bad. So just showing as an example here. And then there's like this auto upgrade button where you could just hit that and go, hey, you want to use whatever number of resources required in order to get you to 100%, and it'll go boom. And it required 6 there. So I realize as I'm showing this, my Titan component packs are getting less and less, but from initial impressions as to how Tier 3 Doctor Strange is gonna work, yeah, it's gonna be tough to determine whether Doctor Strange might be the better person to upgrade or Jean Grey. I don't know. So we'll have to see, I guess, when the update comes out. You know what? I can't help it. I'm just going to finish this one, too. Just, what the hell? So that one took 9. Excuse me. Alright, so other than that, what else? Well, I have finally got Dr. Doom, and his search for potential is complete. And ironically enough, it was the day after I posted the video. I went ahead and did the world boss with Dr. Doom, and he got his full 100%, so that was 64% in one go, right? So because of that, I wanted to share how this works with all y'all. So go ahead and realize potential there, and boom, he is the ruler. So at this point now, I can go to this enhanced potential, and there's this part here, and you can use the different materials here in order to get it to 100%. Or if you like gambling, you can try and do it individually and increase the success rate so you don't have to use as much resources. I'm really bad when it comes to gambling and the chances and everything, so I typically just go for 100% or maybe 80% or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and boom. So now I'm able to go beyond level 60 and go to level 62. So now it says level up here. And so we can go ahead and hit level up. And these are all the characters' biometrics that I currently have right now. So let's see. Just go all the way to the bottom and just start picking. And you can see the little meter on the right go up there. And I typically like to do it this way just to get rid of stragglers and just kind of keep things clean. So this is a bit of a jaunt, I guess you could call it. Don't want to do Sentinel because it's a premium character. Magic as well. Angela is fine. Falcon, Blue Marvel, Morgan Le Fay, Hellstorm, Anti-Man. Bishop, no, don't want to do that. Cyclops, sure. Malekith, can't pronounce him. Okay, Clea as well, Domino, Hela, Phantom X, Arachnite, Heimdall, Victoria, sure, why not? Beast, Daredevil. Then we'll go ahead and add in some Ultron. And you hit use, go ahead and use the biometrics, and bam, he is now at level 62. And I continue to do this by enhancing potential and going all the way up until level 70 basically. And then once you do that, I can also go into the character gear and I can also upgrade Dr. Doom like so as well. So kind of curious if I can just do a one-shot 100% with one of these. Because usually you can. Just to kind of entice you to like, oh yeah, here, level up, bam, 100%. And it all goes wonderfully smooth. Yeah, so that's that. What do I have? 511. Okay, I'll go up to 500. Okay, I got one more shot at this, basically. Alright, well, I guess that's a good enough start. So there's that. Okay, and I guess the other thing that I went ahead and did is I got Bishop also. So Bishop is here. He's at level 60. 6-star. This dude is really cool. He's kind of like Vegeta, the way his attack animations look like. It's really cool. I'll just, you know what? I'm going to show it off. It's super neat. So Bishop's, I guess, mutant power is to absorb energy, like a big battery, and then once he does that, then he can go ahead and just own face, right, and do stuff with. So I guess first skill uses his blaster rifle. Right, let's see the second skill. So he starts shooting energy things there, and then his third skill, I guess, well, that's an absorb. So if he gets an attack, then he can go ahead and absorb it, like that. And then his fourth skill is he does that, pretty badass. But then, okay, so the fifth skill, this is what he does, and it's kind of like what Vegeta does from Dragon Ball. He just lets it rip like that, and that's a real famous move that Vegeta did in the manga and the anime. So, but yeah, so I'm working on him. I've got him fully 6 stars, got him to level 20 gears, and my next goal is to get him to tier 2. So I will need 150 biometrics in order to get that done. And yeah, so there's that. I'm curious to know, yeah, I mean, I got Power of Angry Hulk as his ISO 8 set, and this is to boost his abilities even more, right? And if you get your gems set up in this way, then you'll get all of these attack bonuses, which is really nice. But anyway, yeah, there's a custom gear option here as well, so you can do something to differentiate or boost your character even more, right? I'm trying to figure out what I should do for that one. So I think once I get his tier 2 up and study his stats and all that, then I'll be able to better figure out what I want to do here. So most likely, the two things, or the three things I'm really concerned with is I want to get his ignored defense kind of in the middle there, under critical damage to 50%, and max that out so that can be sure that he can break through other characters' defenses, and then I'll probably increase his crit damage. I'll probably go about it that way, and also look at increasing his energy attack to make him a little bit more beefier in the attack section there. I keep doing that. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And yeah, I mean, otherwise, the only other thing I've been doing also is going through each character and trying to fill out their ISO 8s as well. I have so many of these gems that at this point, well, I haven't done it for Rogue yet, but at this point I'm trying to fill it out for most characters, right? Or at least even their basic ones, the ones that I have the most of. So yeah, I'm going ahead and doing that there. So yeah, and then once the Spider-Man update, the Far From Home update goes up, then it'll be really interesting to see how the game looks like there. There's supposed to be a new, let's see here, what was it, Challenge Legendary Battle that's supposed to include the Far From Home, I guess, episodes. So it might be like a slight spoiler, I guess, maybe for the movie. But yeah, for those that don't know, you get to go ahead and play through like different scenarios from the MCU movies. So it's pretty neat. It started off with Thor Ragnarok, and for every movie that's come out, it has added a new thing in there. So, and yeah, I mean, I haven't really gotten into it because they're asking me to purchase a Captain America's, his spacesuit uniform here, which I really didn't want to. And let me see, Captain Marvel, I think. Yeah, I got through Captain Marvel's stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I'm willing to spend 2,500 crystals, I'm also able to get like other rewards in the game as well. Like, 125 crystals here, another 125 there. That's the thing that I would really want right here, the CTP of regeneration. So this goes into that custom gear slot that I was talking to you about just a moment ago with Bishop. I would love to get that, but 2,500 crystals to get, what's the requirement? I think it was a type 6 enhancement or something. Type 6 or stage 6 type enhancement I have to do in order to get that, and that in itself is a whole different ball game requiring a bit of almost like slot machine kind of like gambling in a way, which I'm not really a fan of, but hey, I get it, right? Like mobile games and free-to-play games have to have that in order to, what do you call, not dole out everything all at once. So, but still, with the amount of content that this game has, I think, you know, you can lower the requirements a bit. But, you know, without seeing any analytics and data and whatnot, it's really, it would be really hard for me to say anything anyway. So I'll just have to take it on, you know, what do you call it? On trust, maybe, I guess it might be the word. So yeah, so if you're able to do it with this though for 2,500, and there's one right here, the CTP of Rage, and that's kind of like all the rage right now, pun intended. Oh, darn it. You didn't see that, everybody. You didn't see that. That was from my girlfriend. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, that is that. I think that should do it. I guess we'll go ahead and see what the new update's gonna look like. Yeah, I think that should do it. So maintenance is in about another 2 more hours or so. So if you're playing this, great. And if you don't know why things are happening, well, then it's because of maintenance. Anyway, I've gone on too long. I'm droning on too long. We'll go ahead and catch everybody on the flip side. All right. Have a great day. And yeah, catch you in the next one. All right. Laters. Bye.